So in this little demonstration, I'm going to try to answer one of Channing's questions that he asked last week about how to access assignments by student rather than by assignment. So rather than being, in the speed grader for one particular assignment, this is the one way I know where you can access all of a student's work at the same time. You can see their whole grading layout. So I'm in the gradebook right now, as you can see, for our flock shell, and we all have just one student, the test student, because everybody's a teacher. But if you go to gradebook and you click on individual view, you will get this look of the gradebook rather than that long, table that you usually get. Scroll down to content selection, and then you see this where it says select a student. You can actually click it and then select, obviously in your regular class, you'll have a whole list of folks. Select that student, and then you can select, there's only one assignment here, which is the example that I posted last week of the interactive syllabus, but you can navigate through next assignment, previous assignment, selecting the student in this area. Then in the bottom or below that, you'll see the grade that this person, the student, has gotten for each assessment. And then if you click submission details, you can go to the speed grader from there, and then click back that way. So let's actually try this to see if it opens in a new window, which it does. So it'll open the speed grader in a new window so that you can just click back to the other window, which will be open for you to keep navigating through if you want to keep, making sure you tick off each assignment per student rather than ticking off each student in a particular assignment. And that is one way you can get around that, hopefully Channing's problem of having to click multiple times to get out to each different assignment rather than going back to the home page or back to the assignments link, etc., etc. So that is that. There also is this handy chart that will show up with student information. So it'll have the student's name at the top. It'll say all of the assignments that you have listed. If you've weighted them, it'll say the percentage of the grade, and it'll give you what their final grade looks like here in this one handy chart, which I think is useful, especially if you want to scan through and make sure that each student isn't missing anything. It'll be really readily apparent, more so than the gradebook view, which sometimes can get a little hairy. All right, so in order to switch it back to the regular view, you would scroll up to the top and then click down on this drop down arrow and go to gradebook. And then you're back at your regular chart. And that is one way to click through each assignment per student.